But tell you what, give a bow to Lewis Hamilton. 100 wins, Kunal. 100. Let's put that into context for a second. Michael Schumacher, the greatest ever, according to many, including you. I can't tell because I haven't watched him. So Lewis for me is the greatest. But 10%, nearly 10% more wins than Michael, and that's only going to grow. That's nearly 4 times the win as Jackie Stewart, as Jim Clark, as Niki Lauda. That is nearly double the wins of Ayrton Senna and Alain Prost. This man, I know you will tell me that the races now are much more in the calendar and there is more opportunities to win and that X team is more dominant than any team ever was, but still, 100 Grand Prix wins, Kunal. Many said that Sachin's record of 100 centuries wouldn't ever be broken in the world of cricket. Now, this seems to be the new benchmark in the world of Formula One, and it is slightly frightening to know that this record is only going to get better because he's not even close to dipping down. Anywhere close to that. What a driver,
I,
seriously.
I think, firstly, what you said, Soumil, is very true. We need to applaud the fact that we saw history in the making today. 40, 50 years down the line, when you're still listening into us, there'll be new listeners and say, hey, we were there. We had an episode where we commented on Lewis Hamilton getting his 100th win. And it's taken some time to come. It's taken him 4 races to get to his 100th and so on. And I think phenomenal win. It was. We all said it's going to be Mercedes track, but Mercedes were far from dominant, I would say. And also remember, Lewis did not have the cleanest of weekends. He hit his front jackman on Friday. He hit the wall in qualifying on Saturday. I was just wondering what else is he going to do on Sunday, but he drove a flawless race. He had hammer time working for him. He ignored the team a couple of times as well, like he said, but then he made the call when he had to. So I think it's fascinating to see history being made. You may or may not like the driver, and that's fine. We all have our choices, but applaud the fact that there is somebody going out there and maximizing all his chances, because that's what I really love about Lewis Hamilton. He is maximizing the fact that he has the most dominant team and car ever in the history of the sport. And guys, again, it's something we would all love to do, just keep dominating in our fields of life and be the best all the time. So that's what I really look up to Lewis for. So hats off to Lewis Hamilton. Again, the better part was Mercedes did all they could with Bottas's tactical power unit change, getting him down close to Max Verstappen. But like I said at the start of the episode, Max got lucky and he finished P2 as well. So
Yeah.
I love the fact that we still have a close championship fight despite such a crazy race, despite Max Verstappen taking a power unit penalty. And Mercedes must just be wondering, Max took a power unit penalty, but he still lost the minimum points in Sochi. They put Bottas out there, but he was barely he could barely offer any resistance. And he said he just could not follow cars to make an impact. And then third of all, it rained, and typically when such crazy races happen, actually the rain worked in Max's favor. So all in all, Max is, back to riding his lady luck.
I see what you did that with there. There's an interesting question that's come up. I think this is one from my apologies. This is one from Lenya, who's also sent in one, saying that do you think Hamilton will take a new engine in Turkey? Of course, very topical considering Verstappen taking an engine penalty this time out, and Bottas's, of course, failed attempt to sort of hold back Max Verstappen, which was mocked by Valtteri on social media, by the way. He posted a meme saying Valtteri with all his other spare engines. It was clear, right? It was clear that Mercedes knew the threat of Max, but they still couldn't do much about it eventually. Hindsight, of course, more powerful at the end, but there's a genuine chance that Lewis will be strategizing a lot with the team about where to take that power unit. And Kunal, honestly, where can you take that power unit? You genuinely can't tell what would be the right place to do that, because right now, even a circuit like Sochi, it would seem to be the most docile of them all, has produced such a masterclass of a race. You really can't predict in that case. It's just a gamble. If it works for you, it works.
I wouldn't want to be in the Mercedes strategy room making the decision about when should Lewis take his fourth power unit, right? So I'm sure, Toto's been giving all those hints. Maybe we need one, maybe we don't, etc., etc. And I think Red Bull did fairly well in taking it here. They had a 3-place grid penalty, which of course got overwritten with the power unit penalty and so on. So if it's coming, I'd love to see what and how Lewis, sort of makes of it when his power unit penalty comes, if at all.
But still, Kunal, before we move on to Max 100, I don't know. That is such a powerful number. 100 GP wins. I know I'm stressing on it too much, but you saw what one win meant to Lando Norris so much today. That man has 100 of them. Seriously, just something else. But let's talk about a man who's going to make it very hard for Lewis to get any more than 100 wins. It is Max Verstappen.